Welcome to the Frenzy Podcast. Don't forget to stay frenzy and enjoy the show.
Like, subscribe, and check out the website. Next drop every month, so stay fucking tuned. Peace, love, and enjoy.
It's sick. I mean,
It wasn't sick, I was pretty...
yeah, Right, back with the Frenzy Podcast.
Absolutely, let's go.
Right, with my boy Sean. You know Sean, he was in the last one.
Yeah, it was only a week ago.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
have you got me
grinding.
back? Why have you got me back?
Mate, I'm grinding, bro. I'm getting everybody, but I got Nathan on that nice little podcast, and now I'm getting you back on, and it's gonna be a long podcast, guys. Just let's do the routine thing. So we have you on this camera.
Oh,
Sean,
don't do it. Don't.
Boom! Look at that. We need a close up on that bicep. Right, okay. So, in this podcast today, I kind of broke it up into some segments, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sean, first of all,
I still am intellectually having a conversation with you whilst being on my phone. It was just a very important message that has just popped up on my phone. But I am, in fact, alright. How are you doing?
I've been to the gym every single day this week. You've inspired me, mate.
Good stuff.
You've inspired me.
Fun fact, I've only had 2 rest days, maybe pushing it 3 rest days since the gyms have reopened.
And sometimes when I close my eyes, I can't see.
I still, that's obviously.
Sorry. That was like a joke off air. That's why I find it way more funny than it actually is.
You say joke, but you were the only person laughing.
Mate, it's such a dad joke. Nah, basically, I said it in economics this morning, and my teacher loved it. Like, he was laughing so much.
How old is he?
At 27. John's 27. He's at 54, but I say he's 27, and he loves me.
Okay, if he's 54, that makes a bit more sense.
That's how you get your predicted grade up to an A-star, guys. Tell your old teachers that they're 27, and they'll instantly like you.
Speaking about ages and stuff, though, have you looked up what was the most the number one in the charts song on your birthday?
No.
The day you were born.
2004.
The day that you were born. So mine was. I looked at this because people at work were saying it the other day. I've got it in my searches here. So it was "Fuck It, I Don't Want You Back" by Eamon.
Bro, should we give a little karaoke at the end of this podcast?
I don't even know the song, so
right,
I don't think I could.
At the end of this podcast, we're going to give it a little play. Oh no, we'll get copyrighted. Right.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. But I reckon you search yours up and see what the number one single was.
I'll get that searched up. But first and foremost, today we have a very special podcast. Don't we, Sean? I've told you.
Absolutely.
So today is something that I like to call in this segment, Frenzy Phenomenons. Phenomenums. You know what I mean? Frenzy Phenomenons. Right, basically, this kid's laugh. Anyway. So, basically, I was going to call it Frenzy Unsolved, but BuzzFeed already took that. Well, not the Frenzy part, but the Unsolved part. So, I was ordered to the Frenzy Phenomenons. So, basically, in this segment, I'm going to look at conspiracy theories, paranormal stuff. You know, Sean, I've done about 5 hours of research for this little segment, right?
I mean, you said it was 8, so why are you lying?
a long bit of research, right? And, so I originally set out to try and find urban legends, myths, conspiracy theories, and paranormal activities within our area. Basingstoke, Winchester, Salisbury, Hampshire, the whole
Salisbury?
Oh, like Hampshire, basically. I looked up Hampshire, right? There's one Donny who's a serial killer, right? There's one Donny who's a recent serial killer, yeah? And the rest of the urban legend in Basingstoke, yeah? They're all crap. Right.
Yeah.
There's holy ghosts. Some woman was buried alive, but drunk poppy seed, so she wasn't actually buried alive, but she knew she was going to be buried alive. But to combat that, she killed herself before she got buried alive. Broke the system. That's holy ghost. She's buried there. Then you have Basin House in Old Basin. Oliver Cromwell died there. He roams the graveyard. And then you have.
That's not too shit.
Oliver Cromwell. Yeah, I was in the Civil War, but. The Calvaries versus the Potheads. Remember that? That's why I got an 8 in my history. Yeah, the Calvaries versus the Potheads. The Protestants versus the Catholics. But yeah, I looked up. I was like, there's no real talking points. There's nothing that's got texture or in depth here, Sean. Right.
So what are we gonna do about it?
So, adapt, improvise, overcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, Cooning House, right? Cooning House.
Oh.
So basically, it was the house that I went over to in Northern Ireland as a kid, and I videoed. and captured a ghost on camera, Sean. Right?
Leaf, but yeah.
What I'm gonna do is listen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell the story of Cooney Nice, right? And then I'm gonna show you the video of the Cooney Nice, right? And we're gonna try to debunk this, right? We're gonna do a little detective stuff here, mate, right?
I've already kind of seen the video, but it's good to go over it again.
Refresh your memory.
I'm guessing you're gonna put it up on screen.
Yeah, no. So they'll be in the bottom right hand corner, but obviously I'll just do it on my map. Right? So Cooney Nice, right? Family in 1907, the Murphy family. They move into the house. This is in Fermanagh, County Fermanagh, within Northern Ireland, right? They move into this house, and there's 6 children, and it was just a woman, so it was a single mom. I'm pretty sure the Murphy family. So when they went into this house, all was good, and then in and around the village, they were new to the village, and people didn't know the village of Cooning, and the people around the village didn't know the people who moved in, the Murphy family, and they suspected them of black magic because they weren't showing up to work and to church on the Sunday, which is unholy, like. So suspicions went around the village of them doing black magic, this and that, satanic shit, right? So then they started then one of the priests was contacted by the Murphy family saying that they believe that there's a poltergeist in their house, especially in the loft. So there was plates being thrown around this house, right? There was like when kids would put their hands in between their drawers, it would slam shut, and there was loads of poltergeist activity. They even said in the night in the trees. Bear in mind, there's like very scary, not scary trees, but like there's a weird atmosphere.
Scary leaves as well.
Oh, shut up, Sean. Okay, I'm setting the scene here. They could hear a whistle of an old war song back in the 19th century. There would be a war song in and around. So they believe that the poltergeist was called Johnny. Yeah, listen.
Really Irish name.
He's called Johnny, and he used to be a soldier, and he died in the house. Right. Furthermore, right.
Johnny.
So this poltergeist activity keeps happening in and around the house. The Murphy family have enough of it. So yeah, they're a bit scared for their life. This is paranormal stuff going on, Sean. So they contact the priest. The priest goes over to the house. This is all in witness documents, by the way. So if you go into Fermanagh Library, even news reports back in like the Fermanagh Herald. So this is like the equivalent to Hampshire as what we are in. So like in the Fermanagh Herald, there's reports of the priest actually going over to the house to check it out, and he's witnessed plates levitate off of the table and like smash into the wall. He's experienced it's all documented, which is a bit mad. So the priest contacted the Pope in the Vatican to get permission to do an exorcism on the house. So this is like mad stuff because he had to go to the actual Vatican, the actual Pope, contacted the Pope, and basically got permission to do an exorcism on the house. Bear in mind, Cooning House is the only house in Ireland and Northern Ireland to have an exorcism done on it. But, Sean, this isn't the thing. It didn't only have one exorcism done in this house, it had 2. Listen here. So, he does the exorcism, and the poltergeist starts fighting this exorcism. He's having a fit. It's Johnny Donny. He's throwing plates all around the gaff. He's kicking off because some priest is trying to exorcise him. And this was also documented. So there was witnesses of like stuff moving in and around the house and reacting to this exorcism. So they thought that the poltergeist was killed then, or was expelled or deaded. And then so the Murphy family basically just carried on with their life for like another year. It did stop for like a while, but then gradually started to come back. This poltergeist activity. Doors would slam, drawers would shut open and close, and then it would start to get progressively more and more violent. There would be like there was one scenario where one of the daughters was levitated off of her bed in her sleep, and one of her sisters seen it or so.
They should really make a film over these.
Yeah, so, I mean, so it's very similar because over in Enfield, so Enfield in England, The Conjuring actually came over the Conjuring world. Ed and Lorraine Warren actually went over to the Enfield house in England, which the exact same events were happening over in this house. I think it was in the 70s. But no, I think it's because it's back in 1907 or whatever. The It doesn't have as much. It wasn't as recent, basically, so that it wasn't as documented. But if it wasn't the 70s, Ed and Lorraine Warren would have probably checked it out and would be in The Conjuring, which would be really cool. But they're actually turning Cooning House into a tourist attraction, which is quite cool.
It's not that big, though, is it really?
Everybody in Northern Ireland will know the Cooning House ghost story, more or less.
Yeah, no. I mean, is in terms of the actual house itself.
Nah, yeah, it's not that big, but I'm not even gonna lie. If any bit of good, if I had money spare, I would definitely turn it into a tourist attraction. But
they kind of turn everything into a tourist attraction, though. I know when I've been there, they've had some really odd stuff turned into.
Yeah, but I mean, I think folklore.
There's only so much to do.
I think like folklore and tradition is way bigger in Ireland than it is over here.
Yeah.
So where was I? So the poltergeist gets a bit more violent. So they ring the priest up, or don't ring, but they text the priest back in 1907 on their mobile devices, and they say to the priest, "Look, still happening, get more violent, right? You need to come over and help us.
Get freaky with a poltergeist. Come over."
Yeah. So comes over, gets permission to do the second exorcism, and he does the second exorcism on Cooning Ghost House, or just house at the time. And they thought that was all good, and then happened to not even had no effect, and the poltergeist activity still happened. This is all documented. If you want to look it up, it's Cooning Ghost House, Northern Ireland.
I want to put the spelling up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll put it up here. So it didn't work, and then the Murphy family had enough of that, so then they flee to America on a boat. It's thought that the poltergeist,
as a lot of Irish people did.
Back in that day. I have family over in Arizona and New York. But then, so there's two ends to this story. One of them is follows him over on the boat, and then Johnny follows him over on the boat, moves to America, the poltergeist, and then the other people believe that the poltergeist can only stay within the house that it's possessed in, and also that poltergeist can't travel on water. So that apparently poltergeist can't go on water. So there's two different ends to the story. I'd like to think that the poltergeist is still in that house, right? Because that would just be a lot more interesting on my behalf. So what I'm going to do is now. So you have the backstory, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack up this little video for you, right? And I want your thoughts on it, and we're going to react together of this Cooning Ghost House experience.
No, I'm enjoying listening to your commentary, man.
Right, we'll go from here because this is when we actually go into it.
It looks like it's there, so just come out there. Dad, it doesn't help that you.
So as you can see, the trees are a bit mad.
I'll see you up there.
It does kind of have an atmosphere.
It is bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, and the trees really do encapsulate that type of scary energy, to say the least.
Okay, guys, I'm actually pretty scared.
Yeah, it was quite scary.
Guys, a zombie comes.
Zombie comes. That's my stepbrother.
You didn't go in, did you?
No, we did go in. Look.
I did. Oh yeah, so you did.
There was a weird energy, which we can speak about and debunk later on in this podcast. I have a little segment for that.
What percent your back, guys? This is
my dad's phone battery went dead as well. He was like 100%.
It was on 100%.
Yeah, and you went in and it just died.
And
The
it's
electromagnetic
never
energy.
been like that before.
Nah, it's some weird.
My phone got fucked in Ireland as well.
But cold air.
That's so
No, my stepmom's quite religious, so she did feel some weird stuff in here. But
how many times are you gonna say freaky in the same fucking video though?
Spoke that into existence. No, I think I was generally just quite petrified.
Yeah.
Boom! Hey, I scared you. Oh, this is it. Right, that's not wind.
It's going quicker than I got the camera on.
Look, because all the other leaves would move, and there was no wind.
See, I get that, but
No, just watch.
thinking about it,
Look,
Can you see
as soon
anything
as he goes
in
in,
there,
it
Dad?
stops.
your accent was definitely a lot stronger back then as well.
It stopped. Dad, it stopped since you went in there. There's another one moving now.
No.
There's another one moving now, Gail. There's another one.
The one just on the left. I mean, the right. Sorry. Like that's not wind. That's moving back and forth. Like not wind type of.
I can see two
flow.
moving. Actually, I'm not lying. I can see two moving.
Shut up, Sebastian.
Guys, this is so freaky. I'll see if I can get it.
Look. So no, this is the freakiest bit. Look, that's violent.
Johnny,
That's not
if
wind.
you're here,
That's
can
not
you stop
wind.
it?
Johnny, yeah.
Johnny, stop it!
Come
Johnny,
on,
stop
come on,
it!
Back me up. Back me up.
I'll say it one more time. Johnny, if you're here.
That is weird.
Johnny, if you're here, stop that now. Stop it now.
Right, guys, we're back in here. I hope you find that a bit freaky because it was freaky.
Back saying freaky again.
Nah, right.
Didn't say it enough in the video.
So we go into this Cooning ghost house, as you've seen, guys, and I videoed prepubescent self, documented. So I caught to the corner of my eyes. We're leaving. This leaf's moving a bit weird. There's no wind, bear in mind, right? And so I'm looking at it, and it's not moving like wind because wind will push it to an angle and keep it kind of there. This one was moving like that, which is a bit weird for like wind doesn't do that. So I look at it, I'm like, okay, let's video this. And I was like, guys, like this is moving weird. And everybody's like kind of freaking out. My dad walks into the house and then it stops. Then he walks out, a second one goes, and then the further we walk away, the more progressively violent it gets. Almost like it's telling us to leave. And you've seen it right in the last scene there. Play it right here, Jamie. Don't be a lazy editor. Please edit this in, Jamie, in the future. Please do. And it's just moving like violently like this. So, taking into consideration the history of that house and what I documented, and there's another video. Oh no! Also, there's a TV series that was done in there. They done one episode. It was called Northern Ireland Most Haunted.
They did one episode and then they realised there was nothing.
No,
there was nothing else to do in Northern
so they
Ireland.
go to different places in Northern Ireland that's haunted, and one of the episodes happened to be in that house. And there's another YouTube video right where a guy was entering the house, a stick fell from the roof and hit him, but that could have been edited. But one thing you can't say is we did not like edit this to make that leaf move or anything because it would have been so hard to execute that to make it look that natural. So.
Well, that's the thing though. It doesn't look that natural, does it? But
I mean, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I know what you mean. Fine.
So, what do you think that little movement was, Sean? I want your opinion on it. Yeah, go on, hit me.
Ever since what you called me last night and you said you were going to be talking about it, I was thinking, because I know I have seen the video before, and that's the thing. There's tiny little things that can maybe make sense of it, but then you say like there was no wind, even though that's weird for Ireland.
The first response of experiencing something like that is to rationalize it.
Yeah, no, it is, and there is probably some sort of way you could say it, like those two leaves were thinner, but.
Yeah, I mean,
like I don't know. It probably depends on the structure of the leafer as well. Because
exactly, and then but the thing is, so they cut, all the trees surrounding that building, they cut it down, which is very annoying because it makes it way less scary. But so the Catholic Church is against making it a tourist attraction. They said it'll make the poltergeist angry.
Because I'm guessing if there was a priest involved, I'm guessing the family that lived there was Catholic.
Oh, I'm not too sure. I mean, I think it was predominantly Catholic back when they done so. But I know that the church is against turning it into a tourist attraction. But I'd love it to bring it back to life. Once
you get your money, maybe you can convince them.
Oh, mate, I tell you what. If I had
I'll get all my links with the Pope and that, man. I'll sort you out.
If I had a couple of grand to spend, I'd love to turn that place into a tourist. But I don't know how much you'd have to pay an employee to lock up at night right after you've done the little tour. You'd be by yourself or if another person locking it. Like that would be a bit scary. You'd
have to get someone that doesn't believe in it and they just do it for a paycheck.
like somebody who's so like I don't see it till I believe it and like they're so like.
Well, not even that, because if they see something, then they will believe it. But
yeah, no, but like you'd have to get some. You'd have to pay them a good bit. Like I would not be there by myself.
There are some old people out there, but actually that's kind of generalising, and that's not fair. But there are some people out there that will do like voluntary work because they are really like interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah, true. Like
you see, like the National Trust houses, people do volunteering work there, and I don't know how they do it personally.
Nah, to be fair, like if I didn't need money and I was like nothing else to do, I love National Trust buildings. Like I could go to any National Trust building and just spend a day there.
I'm the complete opposite. I fucking hate it. I cannot do walking around and stuff. I find it so
love
boring.
Like old Gothic monasteries and build. Like when I go down to Winchester, I just walk around and I'm like, oh my god, these houses are so cool. I ended up in a private school the other day.
Oh, that's dodgy.
Nah, basically I was just going around Winchester with my mate Sam. We're just like going out Winchester.
Oh, let's visit a school with a bunch of young.
So
you're drinking. You're trying to get.
Nah.
Jesus, Jamie, what's going on here?
Nah. So basically, we're going to the pub in Winchester, right?
Yeah.
And on the way to the pub, there's.
You thought you'd get some schoolgirls in there?
No, it's a private school. It's Winchester Boarding School or something. Basically, we walked in. There's like a sick courtyard. It looks like Harry Potter, right? There's like a court. I think that might have been on my story, but there's like a courtyard and everything. I got out my little disposable camera, snapped some photos of Sam. Sam snapped some photos of me. And it looks like we're on Harry Potter. And like we were just on our way to the pub, and it was really cool. I love monastery buildings. I love the National Trust buildings. Like the Vines close to where I live. Like it's just really cool. Anyway, furthermore, Sean, we've passed on from the Cooning ghost, right? We tried to debunk it, but I let the guys watching the podcast. What do you guys think of the Cooning ghost house? Can you debunk it and can you help us? Furthermore,
if you don't have like 5 people saying it's just a fucking leaf moving. Like,
mate, the comments back then were like, it's just a leaf. But I was like, shut up, mate. I was peeing my pants. Right, Sean, Ouija board. So, first I'm gonna tell a little story about me doing the Ouija board. Right.
Bearing in mind that I've never done a Ouija board before in my life either.
Yeah. So. So, oh my god, I've done loads of research in this one. So I'll tell you a little story. So, I used to have a house right next to my secondary school. And it became a common thing for me and like a couple of my mates to bunk at lunch, go back to my house. We'd play FIFA and eat loads of food, and it would be sick. And I loved that. It was such a cool house. One day we took it upon ourselves to like go. It was me, Jay, and Joe Barkley, Jay Fennell. So like we're walking, we bunk out of school. We go out the gate. We just run to my house and we're chilling. We're playing FIFA because like rewards were on a Monday for FIFA or whatever. So I remember redeeming my rewards. I done them, didn't pack anyone good. So I was like, what do we do now? Because we had an hour to kill. So like we were like, oh, why don't we do a Ouija board? So I was like, this is like 3 years ago. I'm like year 9, year 10.
Yeah.
So like we get some like paper. We draw out the Ouija board. We get like a wine glass.
Oh, you draw it out.
Oh no, you can make it. So you have to do like this whole ritual. And we get like the wine glass, and we're like sat there like mugs for 5-10 minutes, asking a bit of paper to like basically move.
Move the
and like we all done the like, we all said like, lads, promise me you're not moving it. Like if we do this, like, you can't move it. Blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, calm. So it wasn't moving for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then so I'm up like at my island in the kitchen, and we're all got our like fingers on it, and then so. There's loads of ways to debunk this, but like my back door was open, but the kitchen door was open as well. So just take this all into consideration. So we're waiting there 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it does start moving, and we're like freak out a bit, like wow. I was like, no, you're moving it. We're all saying each other's moving it, and then like it like goes to like yes, and as soon as it goes to yes, like it was all like this. My mom rings me. The door slammed shut in the kitchen, like as hard as it could, but that you could just say because the back door was open, when there's a breeze going through. And then there's a knock on my window. I mean, right, all it's like this, and then there's 2 teachers outside my back garden, like that were like just shouting my name. So imagine, yes, boom, door slam, people shouting back garden, teacher trying to get me out, knock on my door, and then my mom phoned me just then. So my phone goes 4 like. Things happened all when I went to yes. So we were freaking out. We were so scared. So
why did they? What? So were the teachers in your garden?
No. So like my back garden was on the road on the way up to Costello. On the way up to maybe not on the way to my secondary school.
Yeah.
So my back garden was leading on to my secondary school road. So like all they had to do was walk down from my secondary school, and they'd basically be at my house. So they were like, some kid in my year, I put on my Snapchat story that we were bunking, some kid got jealous because I didn't invite him, and he told teachers, right?
Although schoolboy error for putting it on your story though.
Yeah,
look
I
at
know.
us.
I know.
Oh,
I
we're
was
going
like,
off to play
yeah,
FIFA.
Yeah, I was flexing
See you
it
later.
a bit. Yeah, I was, year 9 Jimmy, you know what I mean? But so yeah, like it was like a thing. So me, J, Joe, it goes to yes. Mom rings me, knock at the door slams, people shouting in my back garden, right? But I'm not saying this is like a domino. I'm talking boom, yes, bang, 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 bang. I was like, whoa. We were like, I remember we all looked at each other and like we literally shout ourselves. We were like, ah! But this is all a coincidence, like man. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, nothing like happened paranormal. We just done the Ouija board. It was funny. We laughed afterwards, and then we got into really big trouble for bunking. And I remember,
As you do.
So like we were like walking up my garden, like, guys, we need to make a plan. And then I was like, oh, okay, right, tell the teachers I had an asthma attack, and you guys had to like carry me home. I was like, yeah, you guys carry me home. I have an asthma attack. So like we got out there, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, miss. Like I had an asthma attack, and I was so scared, and they had to carry me home to get my medication. Firstly, I don't have asthma. Secondly, I don't have medication for asthma. Thirdly, they know I don't have asthma because it says in your card if you have it or not. Anyway.
And fourthly, you were there for hours, and it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, and I'm probably got a Kinderbread in my right hand. So, yeah, so that we go to the principal's office, and we're in like a little room, and he's like, oh, boys, you can't be doing it again. I was like, oh, but I had an asthma attack, I was petrified. And he's just like, well, I'll take your benefit of the doubt. We walk off. There's like loads of people like outside like the principal's office, like waiting for us, like to see what we done, because they thought we'd done something like really bad. And then yeah, that's my Ouija board experience.
Wait, did he was like, oh, I'll give you benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, I just had asthma. Like I had an asthma attack and I had to go home and I was just petrified. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I wasn't in the right mind state. You know, I wasn't thinking properly. I just ran home because I was scared. I was having asthma. Firstly, the last thing you're going to do if an asthma attack's run. So yeah, that's my little Ouija board experience.
So if the principal's watching now, even though you've had
Mr. Adams, he's left, but
you've had a number of dodgy principals.
Mr. Adams, mate, I've done you dirty there. I mugged you right off, son. I mugged you right off, son. No asthma, healthy lungs, good footballer, mate. I had loads of stamina, mate. That was a bit weird. Anyway, carrying on. So, what we're going to go into now is, well, another little conspiracy theory on my behalf, like something a bit weird that happened to me is, so, my stepdad's at work. There's about 10 people at his workplace when this happened. All of a sudden, like a spear object just like flies through the sky, hovers, yeah, just above their work, yeah, for like 30 seconds, just darts off. He got a photo, yeah, didn't get a video. This is him what he told me.
Do you have the photo?
I tried to find it, but I got a new phone. This sounds so bad. This sounds like I'm making this up, right? Oh my god. No, this happened, right? It happened, anyway, this little thing. So, it's in the middle of Farnborough or whatever, right? And, yeah, the little alien spacecraft, whatever you might think it is, it literally knows. So it darts over that really quick and hovers, but it's like it's not like a propeller. It's just hovering, right? Got some weird propulsion system. I don't know what it is. Then all of a sudden, they're all like looking, oh, what's that up there? And then by the time that they actually acknowledge that it's weird, it just darts off like speed of light. You got a photo right before it darted off. Like it looked like a little blimp in the sky, but.
That's just a fly going past his camera.
No, he hasn't rung me right off. He hasn't done a Mr. Adams on me, but that's another weird thing. But right, we're gonna go into it. So we're gonna go into something else here, Sean. Right, and it's something that I did want to talk about with you, and I've been doing. Firstly, let me debunk a Ouija board quickly. The Ouija board's a load of crap. It doesn't actually do anything, right? Do you know what the scientific term of the Ouija board is? Right, guys, this is me showing my research. Do you know what it's called?
Bullshit.
No, it's called the ideomotor effect, where you collectively subconsciously move a piece on the board to anywhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be a board. It can just be your subconscious playing with you. It's called the ideomotor effect.
So even say if you put your finger on something, even if you're not moving it, then you might be.
Yeah, no, you can generally believe that you're not moving the piece, but you actually are. It's called the ideomotor effect. It's your subconscious moving it, which is a bit mad, because Anyway, oh yeah, guys. By the way, so this T-shirt, the amphetamine tea, and these are the Frenzies joggers. I'm taking them off the website on the 25th of May. So you got 5 days to go on the website and buy these 2 T-shirts. Everything else is
25th of May. That's 4 days.
yeah. Oh, 4 days. Sorry, guys.
Well, actually, it depends when it goes off as well. It might be
Hopefully,
it might be
it'll go tomorrow morning.
sooner.
And then everything else is already sold out. But I might give it a sample seal if you're lucky, guys. But yeah, these 2 teas, get them while you can. And then there's going to be a drop. By the way, the drop is postponed to June the 5th, not June the 1st. June the 5th, it has been postponed, but because I got big things in the work.
I'm sure it's for good
It's
reason.
a good reason, guys. It's not me being lazy, don't you worry. But furthermore, I do motor effect. Boom, boom, bosh. Ouija board debunked. Anyway, so we're gonna get a bit.
That is my favourite.
Yeah, you love a bit of amphetamine, brother. So we're gonna get a bit spiritually up in the Frenzy podcast, Sean Farren. Right. What I want to talk to you. Getting a bit scientific here, but I did do my research. So, because I couldn't find any folklores regarding Basingstoke, I went on a bit of a tandem. I watched loads. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tandem's that bike with 2 people. Tangent. Anyway, so I couldn't find anything on YouTube really about Basingstoke, so I ended up going to Facebook. So I went on Facebook and typed up Basingstoke haunted. Right. So I go on Basingstoke. So I go on Facebook, go on Basingstoke haunted. I go on a Facebook page called Basingstoke Haunted or like Basingstoke Ghost Spotting or whatever. Click on the page. I'm trying to find folklores or urban legends regarding Basingstoke or any areas surrounding it. Couldn't find. So like they're all loads of crap. They're like they're not in depth. They're just this is where somebody was like seen in a black dress. I was like, sorry, it's probably just some goth girl playing some little peep on a speaker in the middle of a graveyard because people do that. Graveyards are quite cool. They're an aesthetic. Anyway.
Very arguable, but
yeah, you know. Well, I'm just trying to justify.
Bunch of dead people.
I'm trying to justify my claim. I might not agree with that. What I said, but anyway. So I go on the Facebook page. Load of crap, but it did post one thing about some spirituality page, and then or something like that, or something weird. So I was just bored. I was desperate for ideas, so I click on it, and then. It was a link to Nikola Tesla's laws. Nikola Tesla was a mad scientist, entrepreneur guy.
By mad scientist, do you mean he was like Fruit Loop or?
He was.
Or like.
Like so he made AC. He made AC and AC electricity, or is it DC? One of the two.
Well, it's either direct current or alternate.
I think it was AC, alternate current. He was like an inventor. He made loads of crazy things. I think it was like something like 40% of stuff that we use today was made by him, or like the concept was made by him. Anyway, like he was like very intellectual.
Well, if he made AC, then
no. So basically, like he died. I think So basically, he worked under Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison stole all his ideas, and Thomas Edison basically, yeah, Thomas Edison was. I'm pretty sure there's a conspiracy theory that Thomas Edison killed Nikola Tesla or whatever. But I think that this is like I'm talking about late 1800s to early 1900s. That's when he was around. But he made loads of stuff. But what I'm gonna talk about today is the law of vibration. Right now, I've done all my research, and I really have put in the graft here, guys. But I might not explain it that well. But the gist of it is right. Getting a bit scientific here, Sean. I need a sip of this Coke just to get me going.
Get it down, yeah. Just do what you got to do. I want to know everything you know about this topic.
Kay.
Law of vibration.
So,
Let's
law
go.
of vibration, guys. So, the law of vibration is that everything vibrates.
Okay.
Everything vibrates. And those vibrations have a frequency. Each object, no, just listen. You listen, yeah. Each vibration has a frequency, right?
Right.
But like for example, this can of Coke vibrates. But if I was to like hit this table, like that vibrates as well. But it all
vibrates.
moves. It all vibrates, right?
Even this T-shirt.
Yeah, everything vibrates, and those vibrations have a frequency, right? So, but it's down to the atom. So each atom has a different frequency, but together as an object has a collective frequency of which we can interpret, right? So the law of vibration is that you can subconsciously absorb or internalize these frequencies and vibrations not only from objects but from like anything that but everything that we see in that is what is tangible gives off a frequency as it's vibrating, and we can internalize that and get certain ideas or moods from them, because like each brain activity, each brain current is is a vibration. That's why people say you're bad vibes or good vibes type of. That's what type of beat I'm going on. And they all have a frequency, so we can internalize these and subconsciously consume these to feel a certain way. And then you could say, like, there's conspiracies that, like, governments use these to mass brainwash people by, there's one, like, people use 432 hertz in their music, by the mass media, people use 432 hertz, which frequency is, like, really bad for the mind and disrupts, but 440 is, like, the natural frequency. I'm going on like a massive like little rant here, but this is what I've learned. So that's the law of vibration, right, Sean? This is just down to the molecular level. Everything vibrates, and we can internalize these vibrations, right? That's what Nikola Tesla basically said, I think. Anyway, so going on from the law of vibration, this Facebook page taught me all of this, by the way. The Based and Stoked Spirituality Facebook page. Anyway.
It just sounds like it's been set up by a bunch of like 40-year-old Karens, doesn't it?
No. So Nikola Tesla, because I watched YouTube videos on Nikola Tesla and the law of vibration, and it does all make sense to me. I might not be able to word it right, but it made sense to me.
Okay.
And he's a scientist, it's down to level, and he also backed up this. So there's something called the Akashic records, right? Throughout history, there's been loads of historic figures that have so-called been able to access these Akashic records. This is coming from Hinduism, Sean. I was gasping for ideas. Akashic records comes from the Hinduism, but there's loads of people throughout history that said that there's like Egyptian gods that have come from the Akashic record. Well, this is how it's labeled. So Nikola Tesla, I don't know who actually made it, but Nikola Tesla was one to promote this idea as well. Albert Einstein was another one. But going on from the law of vibration, there is the Akashic records is a frequency you can harness by thinking to access knowledge externally out of your body, but not just from so for example, if you look at Wi-Fi, you can actually feel it, but it's there. Like, you can't see it. It's not tangible. And you can access Wi-Fi for your phone, or you can access information for your phone, right? But it's not there. It's not like in our surroundings. So the Akashic records is like a frequency you can harness for your mind to access said information. But it's like a cosmic energy. It's like the Earth's energy, and it has a frequency, and you can harness this frequency, and everything vibrates. And then basically, Nikola Tesla got loads of ideas and knowledge through accessing these said records. So has loads of people throughout history, and it's really weird because all these smart people back it up to these Akashic records. And apparently it's like, not aliens, but it's like a cosmic frequency of which you can harness through thinking, and you can get all this knowledge.
Is that what Elon Musk is trying to do with...
No, that's like the hyperlink, I think.
Oh, what? Because I remember seeing a video of him getting like monkeys to control like a game through their mind.
Yeah.
And they had it in the controller, and then they took the controller away.
Yeah.
And they were still, like, they were playing the... Well, no, they disconnected the controller and had it, so he was controlling it with his mind.
With
but
his mind.
He was doing it with... Because he knew what he wanted to do with the controller.
Yeah.
The monkey.
Yeah, obviously you have to do it with your mind to do it with the controller.
Yeah, because obviously the controller's not connected. So he's doing it, but he's using his mind as well to do what he wants to do, what he thought he was doing with the controller.
But yeah.
I thought that was sick.
But I went off on a little thing. I might not know too much about these Akashic records, right? But I went on a very trustworthy Based and Stoked Spirituality Facebook page.
Yeah, no, people will go on to question the how reliable the source is.
Oh no, yeah.
Just ask John Smith on that. To be honest, like he'll tell you how reliable it is.
John Smith, who's John Smith?
He's CEO, mate.
Oh, the CEO of Based and Stoked Spirituality Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, basically, there's a little conspiracy theory. It's a little thing to think about that I want to bring on the podcast. The Law of Vibration by Nikola Tesla and the Akashic Records, guys. If you wanna spend your little evening having a little think, go and search up the Akashic Records. It was quite interesting. I did look it up. So, Sean, to move on from this, we're gonna. That's the end of Frenzy Phenomenons. Woohoo! Frenzy Phenomenons completed. Frenzy Unsolved.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried really hard. That took about a good bit of research to put that all together. But hopefully next time we'll have a bit better.
8 hours.
No, to be fair, the majority of the time spent researching was to try and find some urban legends and conspiracies around
Basingstoke and
I even
all
went
of
to
this.
Hampshire. I even brought it up, and I was actually.
We are in Hampshire.
I was also going to talk about the big cat. There's big cats in the UK. There's jaguars. There's black panthers. There's leopards in the New Forest. There's lynxes
in the New Forest.
Yeah, no. So basically, we'll talk about this next podcast, right? Next time you're on, because I didn't have enough time to research this, but I was going to speak about it. I'm speaking about it now. Yeah. But there's big cats in the UK, guys. Next time you walk your dog in a woodland, just be careful because there might be a jaguar there.
Or maybe even a bear, even though it's not a big cat, but still.
They might be bringing bears and wolves in the Highlands of Scotland to help kill the deers and stuff because they're overeating all the vegetation. So, but they were actually not natural to Scotland. They just got hunted too much. But that's not a fun fact. I think it's true. Anyway,
bears are actually they're actually massive. Like you don't.
Yeah,
they're like 700.
I wouldn't want to fuck with a bear. That it would probably kill me. Yeah, maybe not you, but.
So in pound comparison, I'm 185 pounds in body weight.
How much?
A bear is 700 pounds.
How much could? How much? Right.
So all the people that back Tyson Fury for these fights and stuff, he's probably what, like 250 pounds because of how tall he is, somewhere around that. I don't know exactly. Like it doesn't matter how much you back him. Tyson Fury will actually get fucking like humiliated and brutally murdered by these bears. You still get people. That
if we could get a gorilla, right, a silverback gorilla, and we could teach him good bench press form, right?
Good bench press.
If we could just teach him how to bench press, right?
Yeah.
I bet you he could bench press easy 1,000 kg. Those animals are a hench. They're almost as hench as me.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they are strong, but I think they look strong.
Nah, they'd shit on a bear. A gorilla and a bear have a fight. A gorilla's beating the shit out of a bear. Think about it. Bears are all stubby. They have like dinosaur hands, yeah, and bears don't have the rage in them like gorillas do. Gorillas just can go ape shit and then.
I don't know. Dana White, make it happen.
They're like scream.
Make it happen.
Dana White,
I know you're watching
Dana
this.
White,
make it happen.
Dana White.
Bear versus silverback gorilla. Make it happen. Grizzly bear.
The people want to see it. Dana White. Dana. I'm mad as a brush. Dana.
And I mean, if we can't get it to happen in the UFC, then I guess we can settle for.
We'll bring him down. We'll bring him down to Longley, right?
Longley, yeah.
We'll bring him down to Longley, and he can organise the gorilla to fight the bear there.
Yeah.
And we can sell the tickets. Dana, all you have to do is just basically organise it. We'll sell the tickets for you on the Frenzy podcast.
Yeah.
And we're gonna watch a gorilla. Oh, but we can do loads of different animals.
Yeah. No, we can get a
lion versus a tiger is the OG fight. That's gonna be the main card. No, there's gonna be two main cards.
Nah, so
what would you rather see?
It'll be a 2-night event, I reckon.
Yeah, on the Friday just to get it all heated, gorilla and the bear, and then Saturday it would be.
Oh, sorry, that's not even like the main event.
I think I just think because it's the big cat versus the big cat. It's the king of the jungle versus the king of the Sahara.
You just get like a fucking squirrel versus a raccoon and.
What? Yeah, no, meerkat versus squirrel. What's gonna win? I'll tell you what. A python. Yeah, listen. Python versus eagle. Because if you think about it, if an eagle's coming down, it can use its talons. Oh, I tell you what though, if an eagle comes down and picks you up and flies off and drops you from a big height, then you're dead. But in that period of time, if that snake coils up and bites that bird and it's poison, it's going to slowly start falling to the floor and it's going to land nicely.
Very serious question here. Who's winning? Great white shark or a squirrel?
Squirrel.
Very good, man.
No.
Because, I mean, a squirrel, why is it going to go into the water? Do you know what I mean? And then, I mean, a shark can't survive.
Yeah, because the shark needs more food than the squirrel does.
I mean, maybe that was an obvious question, but how about this one? You versus a tiger. Who's winning?
I think if I can get on the tiger's back and just get it in like a nice rear naked choke.
Let me add another thing. You get to sniff pure ammonia.
No, the tiger, because I'd pass out, bro. What?
Should I do ammonia on this podcast? Me and you do the ammonia thing in this.
Oh, right. Okay, we'll go get it then. Go get the pre-workout as well. I'll pay for a scoop. Oh, guys, Sean's away to go and get smelling salts. Last time I done smelling salts. Oh no, you got the very strong ones. Oh my god. I'm gonna go so red. If I'm not already red. In those 4K Blackmagic cameras. Right, so last time I done this, I put my nose into the tube and sniffed it. Right, you show me how to do it first. Because last time
we need to get a little bit of a shake on it. Right, I'm really used to doing this, so his reaction is going to be a lot better than mine.
I generally don't want to do it.
Right, you just got to do what you got to do. Oh shit, that's actually getting lower and lower amount. Alright.
I am not looking forward to this.
Oh, fucking elbow. And if that reaction was bad, wait for this. Right, give it a little shake. Make sure it's on. Yeah, that's enough.
I am not looking forward to this,
right,
boys.
Push it down. You have to. It's like a medicine one, right? And hold it like there, right? And then big inhale.
Oh!
There you go.
No, I don't think you understand what I've done to my heart rate. Like, my heart is pounding now. Right?
Oh, it's
how would you describe that? Because smelling salts are so weird. They're like... it's like fire just going into your nose, and then you have like an immediate adrenaline rush.
Yeah, no, like I'm ready. I did it in college, in front of my teachers, but I was literally there. Like, I promise you now, like, I'm so ready to just get to the gym now, and I did smash it. To be fair,
mate.
Like, it gets me. I don't even need pre-workout if I have this.
Yeah, mate.
I just have this before, and like that is my pre-workout.
Mate, imagine like.
I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. But to be fair, I got this for £16, £17 maybe, and it's lasted me months. So it's actually a very, very good purchase. And I mean, it's still got stuff left in it.
Right, so. That was an experience in itself.
Yeah.
Right, Sean, I have a little question for you.
Yeah.
I got Coke left. Right, Sean, we are murdering someone. Who are we murdering, and how are we getting away with it?
So what, like perfect murder sort of thing?
Yeah. So like
what that
firstly,
guy did with Tiffany's and
so who are we gonna murder, and how are we getting away with it? So I think
you shoot me 3 ideas, and I'll shoot you if you.
Right. Okay. Right. One is, I marry a woman with loads and loads of money, born into luxury. Right.
Okay.
I marry the woman, and then I marry her. And
if anyone's got like any parents or anyone watching this that's got links with like the law and stuff, or they're like police officers or detectives,
skip.
No, don't skip. I actually want to see like how hard would it be to track down everything.
Mhm.
I just want to see
right,
like
okay. This is my mastermind, right? Because I want to get money here too.
Right.
So. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna marry a woman. I don't care anything. Just marry a woman who's rich.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter age, whatever. Like. No, it doesn't.
It does slightly matter with age, mate, doesn't it?
No. Yeah, it does,
yeah,
Sean.
Yes, it does.
Obviously over the age of 8, older than me. Anyway, Sean, you bastard. So yeah, I'm gonna marry the woman, and then I'm gonna. So you can't really divorce her.
No
and
one
take
specific though. Because you said who.
Okay, I was gonna just kill her and take her money. And okay, who? Right.
Come on, you did 8 hours of research on some shitty little urban city place, and you haven't done research on who you're gonna bloody kill.
I'll tell you who I'm gonna kill. Alan Sugar. Alan Sugar, that entrepreneur, Donny. He's one of the richest guys in England, right? I thought Richard Branson. Actually, no, Richard Branson, because he was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log. So not only will we kill him, we will also be killing the nuns. So we're doing a justice for society. So we're
2 birds with one stone, really.
2 birds with one stone. So even if we do get caught, they might just justify it a tiny bit.
Yeah, they might do. You know, like just.
I know how we're gonna kill Richard Branson. Right? He is a private island, right? So on that island, it's not owned by any government. So anything can happen on those islands without it being illegal. So we go to his island, we kill him, we take every single cash and asset of which he owns.
You do have to bear in mind he's probably gonna have security there.
Right. Okay. So we need to invest in some guns, like snipers. We're gonna go offshore in a little boat, pick them off one by one with a silencer. Has to be a silencer. Then we're gonna go in. We're gonna infiltrate the island. Okay. Save any kids of which he might have on the island, because we need to save them first. And then we killed.
Have you seen this whole thing about like fucking the paedophile rings and shit? Like
yeah, the Hollywood elitist. Like you had so you had you had
like
Harvey.
Tom Hanks in there as well. I love his films.
So you have Harvey Weinstein. He got caught.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein, obviously. There's loads and loads of corrupt.
When I heard about the Tom Hanks one, I actually got a little bit heartbroken.
Did you see all his Instagram with the gloves? Did you see his Instagram with the gloves? Did you see that? And then one of those photos of the gloves, it had like WCB on it, and like when you type that up, it doesn't come up or anything. But when you go on Google, or if you go on if you go on the dark web and you type in WCB, it comes up with child pornography. WCB is like, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know. I probably didn't explain that well. Don't take my word for justice. But there's a conspiracy. One of his photos did come up with that. Anyway,
yeah,
there's loads of pedo elitists in Hollywood. You know,
people have died around it with conspiracy and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's been people. So yeah, it is a bit mad. But okay, Richard Branson, we're going in there, interfering the island, we're saving everybody who's innocent. Then we're gonna kill Richard Branson. But at the same time, I don't want to be like gruesome. I'll just probably like shoot him in the head with a silencer. So we but what are we gonna do with all the other bodies that we killed? We're gonna have to go in there silent. Cool. We're gonna have to go in there silently, and then we're gonna have to miss all the people. Then we're gonna have to go up there and melee kill him. So we're gonna find somewhere. We're gonna dig up and we're gonna get loads of acid. We're gonna just cut up all his body parts, chuck him in a pit with acid, decompose all the body parts. Nothing ever happened. Take some cash, and then we flee the island. Me and you, we're minted, and we're not going to be caught. Boom, bish, boss. That's how we're going to get away with it.
Well, on me, right, I know a lot of people are going to back me with this, especially the United fans. Every single one of the fucking Glazer cunts.
Who's that?
They're the people that run United. You know all the people that...
The Super League Donnies.
Well, yeah, they were the people that were... Well, they're not even... I wouldn't even say they're a football club. They're literally a business. So basically, you know when the United-Liverpool game got called off because all the fans were in the fucking
that was jokes.
That bit... It was so stupid, though. As if the Glazers are probably just chilling off in America, like, not a single care in the world. Oh, look at all of these United fans. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, what? So that literally did nothing. That's just winding them up. Like, if you want to stop something, you need to stop fans from going into the game. So you just need to stop revenue going into the Glazers. But
yeah, I mean, I suppose it's just simple supply and demand, though. If there's that big enough of a demand for certain football, people are going to make a business and profit off of it. And it's just
like if they're not,
it's almost inevitable. To be fair, but it's a shame that it happens.
Yeah. But that's probably the move because they're not the best.
So
really.
Sean, we were talking last night. We're just about to go to the gym. We're just about to wrap up the podcast, but I know you might want to say some words. So if you're gonna tell the audience a little bit about your illness and how you've combated that and turned it into a positive and being an absolute gym god and helping people on your Instagram. So you've done something really good there, and I'm proud of you for doing it.
Cheers, man. Yeah. So essentially, I'm not going to name names, but so recently I was speaking to someone that's gone through or is going through more recently than I've been anyway, a similar disease to what I've got. So I've got IBD, so Crohn's and colitis disease, which is essentially you get ulcers in and around your body, primarily in your bowels, and it can be quite hard because of the effect it has on your body. I don't know all the scientific terms for it, but essentially it makes your life quite hard. So I'm going to send you a few photos afterwards of what I was like when I was first diagnosed, and then in these photos, that's probably when I was at my worst point, so I wouldn't be able to... It might be a little bit too graphic for some people, but I wasn't able to go to the toilet for like weeks, stuff like this, just because it would be that painful to come out. And so I've got the Crohn's side of things, and yeah, it's not ideal, but essentially I've thanks to all the doctors and stuff like that, great NHS staff, honestly, wouldn't be where I am today without them. But I probably wouldn't even be alive today without them if we're getting really deep. But,
yeah.
So Yeah, no. So they essentially, I was on medicines, and they tried loads of different stuff, and it's only just been in the last like 5 or so years that they've managed to stabilise everything with medicine and stuff like this. They're looking into controlling the whole thing with diet, because it'll be certain foods that actually trigger an increase in ulcers and stuff like that. So anyway, moving forward from that point of me being ill and stuff, doing something about it and finding something to distract yourself from it. Because if anyone's got any sort of disease or anything, like, you can message me, and like,
and yeah,
if you're into the gym sort of thing, you can.
Or if you just want to start out and you're unhappy with how you look, or you just want to like really be passionate,
even like with what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose
it's just something to distract yourself from.
Yeah, you're a role model for people who want to get into that, and I think.
Well, hopefully.
No, I mean, you are. Just look at you and what you've done in the gym, and I really respect it, honestly. But yeah, no, I think really people who might have certain illnesses or disabilities or anything can look at you and be like, okay, he done it, I can use that as motivation, and I can do it as well. Which, honestly, bro, I have so much respect for you for coming on and saying about that. Is there any more points that you want to bring up about the guy that you did help? And
well, I wouldn't say I've helped them. I've kind of controlled. Well, not controlled. I've messaged them about it and seen if there's any advice or any tips I can give towards it, because although the diseases are very similar, they're not exactly the same, so I don't want to give some like shit information and it'll be like that. But essentially just don't feel like you're alone with your problems, sort of thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Because there's always going to be someone else, and there's always going to be people that want to help you,
and that can relate to you as well, I suppose. Yeah,
exactly. Because I've got a whole team around me of doctors and nutritionists and stuff like that, just to try and find different types of diets that will work for the disease. And
I think it's so sick that you didn't let that label you or eat you up, because you've turned that energy and harnessed it into something positive, which, bro, is so sick. And you know, you've clearly done well at the gym. You're a mad.
Only thing that can distract me, to be honest.
You're a mad bastard, Sean. And honestly,
mad bastard.
Big props to you, Sean. And thanks again for coming on. It's been a really, really sick episode, man. I've really enjoyed it. Bro, I had like I had 15 talking points, bro. We only went through 4. We only went through 4, bro. And we've ran out of time. So bro.
Catch you soon.
Bro, thanks for coming on the podcast. Plug your Instagram and your fitness Instagram in below. Anybody who wants to watch, go check him out. Honestly, Sean is such a song guy. I absolutely love him. What's the Instagram?
Sean Farren, and then 2 N's on the end of Farren. I'm sure you're gonna.
And then the fitness.
Anyway, fitness, fitness. Sweet, yeah.
I'll link them all in the description, guys. As I said,
mate.
The drop has been postponed to June the 5th. And basically, if you want to grab the amphetamine tea and the frenzy joggers,
3-4 days to get it.
Yeah, on the 25th of May, they're going off the website, never to be released again. If any of you are interested in the other teas that you can see, just DM me on Instagram, and I'll see if I have a size in stock that I haven't sold. But yeah, the amphetamine tea and the frenzy joggers, never to be released again. Go check on the website, and go if you like them, go check them out. And apart from that, everybody who is watching,
wherever you may be,
everybody watching who's made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm absolutely loving doing the podcast, and I love having people like Sean on. Sean, you're very good at the podcast. I need to get you on a lot, because I really like doing podcasts with Sean, because we chat shit for a living.
Literally.
But yeah, no, literally, when me and Sean are on the podcast, like, I check my phone, like, shit, it's been an hour already.
Yeah,
and it's like, we just never stop talking, and we have similar energy. We bounce off each other.
Well, we probably could have kept on going if we didn't go to the gym afterwards.
We have to go to the gym at 3:30, so like we would probably be here till 5 if we could. Yeah. But guys, I just want to thank you all so much for the recent support, and guys, so much more to come, so much more to build off of, and I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next week with a new podcast. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Sean, thanks for coming on.
No worries, mate.
Peace, guys.
Have a good one.
Bro,
Let's go.
So sick,
man. It's just quite